Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Yo, what's going on, chat? Turn on this music a little bit. Is my mic good? Let me see. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I need to get back into the streaming thing. Haven't been posting any content in a while. Been busy with work and stuff. Welcome back to the Ultron 2 show, guys. Coming out with you live by the power of the internet. Let me see. Put that there. Let me see. What's going on, Spider-Boy16? Welcome to the stream. Alright, guys, so... Wait, what's that? Damn, running low on storage. Gotta free some storage up. So, guys, in this stream, I'm basically going to, like, react to, like, random videos just to catch up on some stuff. I'm also down to, like, do video requests. So, if you guys want me to react to something, as long as it's not something that's going to get the stream blocked or banned off of YouTube or anything like that, then we good, you know? Like I told my moderator and one of my homies, Cam, that I can no longer do music videos. I can no longer react to music videos because the VOD is going to get blocked and demonetized and all this other stuff. So yeah, because YouTube, they have in the past taken down streams of mine because of that. So I'm trying to avoid all of that together. But hope you guys been feeling good, living good. Hope everything's been good for you guys, whoever's watching. I need to start branching out. So I already sent out noties on... Oh, well, I did not do one on YouTube. So I already sent out noties for Instagram and on Twitter. About going live. So, and honestly, man, it's kind of my fault for, like, I need to start staying consistent when it comes to the streaming thing. There was a time where I was consistent when it came to streaming, but I don't know what happened, man. I just fell off from that. So I need to stay focused and stay on the grind, especially on my gaming channel. For those who don't notice, I do have a second channel. It's called Ultron 2 Gaming and Reacts. So on that channel, I mainly post gaming and reaction content. And I did tell myself that this year I was gonna stay on top of that, but I have not been doing that, so that's my bad. But yeah, man, and honestly, after watching streaming for so long, watching the whole streaming university thing, and just people that I just grew up watching for years, like, you know, that kind of sparks something in me to, like, branch out and just continue streaming and stuff. The last stream I did was a Pokemon card opening. I think I had opened up a booster bundle, the Japanese pack. Like, I had opened up a whole bunch of Pokemon cards and stuff. So also, oh yeah, I did say on Instagram I was gonna talk about what I've been up to and things I want to start doing. Also, for anybody that's in stream, if you guys are chatting, let me know if the mic cuts out or starts echoing or whatever, because there was plenty times in the past where that happened and I didn't even realize it, and nobody didn't say nothing about that. So yeah, YouTube is super strict now. Yeah, YouTube is really strict about a lot of stuff, which is very, very wild to me. Let me actually type something in the chat real quick. I'm gonna also put the link tree in the description. Well, not description, but in the chat. So guys, all of my socials are in the link tree in the chat. So if you guys want to check out all of my socials, I even have my, matter of fact, I also need to update my link tree and put my Mercari store, online store page in there. For those who don't know this, I sell on Mercari. I've been doing this for months now, and it's been going pretty well. I've been getting a lot of sales and stuff. I need to start listing some more items on there to sell. So I'm basically gonna be selling a whole bunch of other stuff. I used to do streams every weekend. How come you don't stream no more, Spider Boy? Or unless you do still stream, but you don't really do it like every week. See, my goal is to stream every week. I've been going crazy with working, man. Like, okay, so matter of fact, I haven't even announced this yet, but so for those people who have been paying attention to my Instagram, I have been posting some Pokemon stuff here and there. So for those who don't know this, I've been into Pokemon growing up as a kid. I've been on and off it for years, but I've never been into collecting the cards literally until now, like early this year. So I got into collecting the Pokemon cards at a very, very, very bad time. This is like the worst time to get into Pokemon card collecting. Throughout my life, Yu-Gi-Oh has always been my thing. So in terms of like dueling with the cards, collecting the cards, that's always been my thing, Yu-Gi-Oh. And Yu-Gi-Oh, the card game is complicated. Like, for those who don't know this, like, playing the actual card game is complicated, low-key. But I mainly collect Pokemon cards for 3 reasons. For one, I like the hobby. I like Pokemon, despite me being on and off it for years. 2, I'm doing it as an investment, because there is money to be made with Pokemon card collecting. And if you say otherwise, you're a fool. And 3, I also do it. Well, I pretty much said all my reasons. Investing, really investing and reselling. Investing, reselling, and because I just like the cards. And I also collect my favorite Pokemon cards and stuff like that. But yeah, because you got a lot of people out there that get into this whole Pokemon thing, but they don't even respect the hobby. They don't know Pokemon from a can of paint, which is very, very wild. Like, all these scalpers. Matter of fact, we can actually play some. I'll actually react to some of these Pokemon scalper videos and all this other stuff, because I've been heavily doing my homework with this whole Pokemon investing thing. You know, like, for those who don't know this, well, a lot of people, like, if you've been following my platform, you guys should know this, but I go to Charlie's Collectible Show, which is basically like a mini con. Vendors sell all types of stuff. There's events that goes on every single weekend. It's really a place for collectors, anime lovers, cosplayers, that type of stuff. And every month, a famous person, whether it's an actor or voice actor or wrestler, comes to Charlie's Collectible Show and do autograph signings and stuff like that. So later on this month, for example, all 3 voice actors of Ed, Edd n Eddy is gonna be at Charlie's Collector Show. So that's gonna be legendary for me, because I grew up watching Ed, Edd n Eddy. Like, I watched the entire show. Like, that was one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid, man. I even watched the Ed, Edd n Eddy movie, and I'm not gonna lie, Ed's brother was such a dick at the end. He was a piece of shit, you know. But I love the show. So I'm going to meet all three of them are actually gonna be there, so that's gonna be pretty cool. So I'm gonna take pictures with all 3 of them and get autographs. I'm actually gonna get Funko Pops to get signed. And matter of fact, now that we're talking about collectibles and stuff, I also need to make this statement and post about this on Instagram and probably Twitter. But I'm going to Collecticon in 3 months. And by the way, for those who don't know this, I live in Georgia. So Collecticon Atlanta is coming back in 3 months. We just had one in February. I've never been to Collecticon, so I'm also going there to film content. So buy your POV while shopping and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty lit. So a lot of voice actors from lots of different animes gonna be there. The actors from Power Rangers, I think Mighty Morphin is gonna be there. Yang Yang Twins, Waka Flocka, like a lot of people is gonna be there. It's gonna be lit, bro. Same. I've been mainly focusing on getting videos out. Okay, I respect that. Yeah, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I haven't even announced this on my Instagram yet, but speaking of videos, like, I took a long break from making stop motions. Like, I haven't filmed any stop motions in months, bro. Like, I took a long break from it because I just wanted to take a long break because I have a lot of stuff to do with that. And I have some other stuff going on, like content wise. Now, I've been going crazy with making content so far this year. Like, I've already dropped like videos. I even have other videos planned this year that I will upload. And for those who don't know this, I'm doing a series on my channel where I visit different toy stores in my state. So far that's going good. I also went to Toy Federation, which is in South Carolina. So I filmed a lot of content when I was in South Carolina. That video is like a whole hour long. That took a while to edit. Like, that took me like a long time to edit. So if you guys haven't seen that video, feel free to check it out. Toy Federation is literally the Pawn Stars of the toy community on YouTube. Like, they literally upload videos every Saturday. They basically film themselves buying, selling, and trading all types of toys, mainly vintage stuff, but they also take in modern stuff. I also visited the actual store itself in the video, and they also did an expansion of the store, so now they got more product on the floor. So I would like to go back to Toy Federation sometime in the future to see what's up over there. I did spend, when I went to Toy Federation, I spent about $500 on toys, collectibles, and stuff like that. So hopefully next time I go back, I can be able to double that and maybe drop $1,000. Because for $500, bro, like, I bought a lot of stuff, guys. And if you watch the video, I also showed off everything I bought from Toy Federation, so feel free to check that out, guys. This year so far, I've been locked in with saving money for my personal life, saving money for Collecticon. Also, when I did the Toy Federation video, I also saved a lot of money for that. I've been locked in on content I want to film for this year. stop motion stuff. I also have an online business as well, so it's like I've been busy with that. Matter of fact, well, let me see. Last week and this week, I've been selling a whole bunch of stuff online. So, for example, like last week, I had 6-7 orders that I literally, like, I had like 6-7 orders from last week, and I also got one. I literally just got another sale today on my Mercari page, so I sold a whole bunch of stuff. So for those who don't notice, what I'm going to be selling, or what do I sell on my Mercari page, is basically stuff that I'm into. So I bought product to sell, to like resell, and I also am selling off stuff that I own but don't want anymore. Reinvest the money into buying more product in the business and stuff like that, and just keep it going. Have everything flow. So if you're into anime, no matter what it is, if you're into action figures, video games, like the video game stuff has really been selling for me. I sold lots of video games, Gundam model kits. I'm also planning on listing some comic books on my Mercari page. Yeah, but I haven't really. It's not even just about selling on my online store. I've also been selling stuff like in person to actual gaming stores. So I went to like different stores to sell some stuff off as well. So I've been making a lot of money doing this stuff, man. So reselling's definitely something I'm glad I got into, because this is something I've always wanted to do since I was in high school. Just be like, have my own type of business, you know. Obviously, I'll still work at 9 to 5, but I want to also have something of my own, you know. I don't want to be that person who's stuck in that 9 to 5 trap. Like, I also want to like have something to myself, you know. And I feel like that's a problem with this generation nowadays. A lot of people want to like be stuck just working for somebody. Like, I mean, ain't no wrong with working 9 to 5, because that's basically what almost everybody in the world does, right? But at the same time, it's like there's so many ways to make money out here, you know. Gotta find more ways to do it, you know. I'm also getting into the whole sports betting thing, so definitely want to get into that. But yeah, there's just so many ways to make money. I've even made money selling CS:GO skins, buy, sell, trade CS:GO skins, make money off of that. Definitely want to make money off of wagers, playing video games, Call of Duty and stuff like that. Which I have in the past, but I need to lock in on this type of stuff, man. Also, Spider-War 16, if you're still in the stream, I don't know if you have all notifications turned on, but also stay tuned, because I have 2 series that I'm doing on my channel. Besides the toy series, I'm also doing a ranting series on my channel. I'm actually supposed to drop a video really soon about the state of figure collecting and just our hobbies in general, because there is so much stuff to talk about when it comes to our hobbies and just collecting action figures, collectible items of all nature, don't matter what it is. Because this country, not to get into political stuff, but we got to keep it real. Everything is fucked right now. You know, the tariffs, I don't think, for what I've been seeing, tariffs, matter of fact, for those people that saying tariffs haven't kicked in yet, that's cap. Because go to Big Bad Toy Store, the tariffs already kicked in. Trust me. They've already raised prices on almost all the toys on the website. Like, They claim they did a pause with the whole tariff thing in China, which is temporary, but that's just for China. Everywhere else, the tariffs have already kicked in. They've already settled into the system, especially in Canada. So China stuff is paused, but everywhere else, like, tariffs already kicked in. So it's like, and I've gotten emails from places, online stores where I buy from. They talking about, oh, because of the tariff, blah blah blah, we're gonna have to raise prices, blah 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 blah, all types of crazy stuff, man. And for those that don't know this, but on the Ultron 2 show, we talk about real stuff too, bro. You know, this is something that we got to do. That's why I respect, even though I don't agree with Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, even though he's a figure collector, he also talks about real life stuff, which I respect. Because as far as I know, there's not many figure collector YouTube channels out there where they talk about action figures and ranting at the same time, you know? Even though if we're keeping it real, he does more ranting videos than actually talking about figures. If we're keeping it real. Spider-War 16, I don't know. Matter of fact, let me pull up his channel. I don't know if you watch Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, but I highly suggest you check out his channel. So, I'm actually going to do a YouTube short when I get a chance to. I'm going to basically do a YouTube short about YouTube channels people should check out. Because it's getting real out here, man. So, Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews. Definitely a channel people need to check out. DS Icons. I'm going to also name drop some other people. Yeah, I've been collecting for years. Yeah, exactly. Tariffs are hurting collecting. I promise myself, if a figure gets too expensive, I will stop collecting. You wanna know what's crazy? I haven't collected an action figure in months. You know? Like, lately, I've been putting a lot of my money, I've been diverting a lot of my money in terms of buying my collectibles to fund my hobby stuff. If we're talking about that, I've been investing a lot of my money into this Pokemon card thing. You know? Been buying like Pokemon cards. I've been buying a little other stuff here and there, but I haven't bought any action figures in months, man. Like, I just been, in terms of buying collectible stuff, I've been buying Pokemon cards lately. But even with that, I haven't did that in weeks. Another thing I'm also investing in is Lego sets. I should have got into that years ago. Very, very crazy time that we live in right now, right? So, and I'm not just doing this blindly, you know, because time and money is being put into this. I've been doing my homework when it comes to this type of stuff. So I've been watching a lot of videos lately. What are the best Lego sets to invest in? I've been personally just, like, all day, I've just been on some business shit, looking at what Pokemon cards, and I've been looking at the market, like, stuff that I can buy, have it, like, sit on it, and see where it goes from there. Like, I've been looking at the market when it comes to Pokemon cards, Lego sets, all this other stuff. Like, I have a whole bunch of stuff planned out, man. That's one of the main reasons why I'm going to Collecticon. I'm not just going to Collecticon to film content for YouTube, to have a good time, for my hobby, and all this other stuff. I'm also going there for business shit as well. You know, the Pokemon cards that I'm planning on buying, it will be an investment for myself. You know, and there is one specific card that I'm going to Collecticon to buy. Now, I could go online on eBay, buy the card straight up, but where is the fun in that? There's no point in that. You know? I want to go to Collecticon and actually go on a hunting spree and try to find it. And I'm trying to get that Umbreon Alt Art VMAX PSA 9. That card has been going up in value. The reason why I don't want the reason why I'm not getting the 10. Now I could buy the 10, but the 10 is getting really expensive. You know, I don't want to be that person that just wants to straight out buy PSA 10 cards or just a graded 10 card. I'm down to buy any grade as long as the money is there to be invested in. I prefer grades 8, 9, and 10. Nothing really under an 8, honestly. I feel like once the 10 goes up in value, everything else will settle in like a domino effect. So everything will be set in motion. And then on top of that, the 9 is at a price tag where it's like I can get it for this price and be able to buy more product. The PSA 10 of that card right now is going for like $2,300. PSA 9 is like $1,400. You know what I'm saying? Big gap right there. But let me stop rambling. Let me actually just show this on my screen. Let me see. Yeah. You guys can see this on stream. Alright, guys, so check this out. Guys, pay attention. So, this is a channel that I was talking about. Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews. So, I'm going to scroll down and show you guys just... If you guys look at the titles of the videos, this is basically an idea of what he posts. So guys, basically pay attention to this real quick. So like I said, he talks about ranting and reviewing videos and stuff like that. And honestly, we need more collectors talking about this type of stuff on the channel because it's getting real and crazy out here, man. And he's basically that collector that buys like cheap stuff for a deal. And the crazy thing about it is that Uncle Tim, like, he doesn't even buy product at retail price. He buys like discounted toys, basically. Like, he goes to Ross, DD's discounts, and well, he says he sometimes shops on eBay for cheap stuff, but that's basically what it is. Let me see. But yeah, guys, make sure to check him out. Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews. Okay. Let's see. So, I'm gonna play a video on here so you guys can check it out. Matter of fact, now that we're talking about this, I actually made a video on Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews. I don't know if you guys checked it out. So, also, if you're a person that collects Hot Toys, and 12-inch figures, check out DS Icons on YouTube. He hasn't posted anything in a few months, which is not like him because he usually posts videos like every week. I don't know. He hasn't made any updates or anything about his channel or anything like that. I wonder where he's at. So if you guys go to my channel, I posted something. Uncle Tim Ransom Reviews claims Mexico SH Figure Arts make. Guys, I highly suggest y'all check out this video when y'all get a chance to, because this video right here was wild. Wild like a mother trucker. This motherfucker said, if you're a person that collects Mezco, SH Figure Arts, and Mayfex, which is basically what I collect, then it's not quality. Okay? Let's check it out. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'm just going to get straight to the point.
Damn name.
Hold on. What is going on, you guys? This is Ultron 2. Welcome back to the Ultron 2 show, coming out with you live by the power of the internet. So guys, check this out. We have another figure related video. So this video will be a response to one of Uncle Tim's random reviews videos. While editing this video, I'm going to put up on the screen the video of what I'm about to talk about that he. So I basically talk about that, right? So here's a clip. All right, here's the clip, guys. How do y'all only buy it for the name brand and not the figure? So,
You know, I understand everybody want to buy full price stuff and, and say, yeah, but see, my stuff is this and it's that. Dude, you just dropping names. All you doing is paying for names. Hot Toys, Mezco, Mayfax, SH Figure Arts, man. All you doing is paying for names. Storm Collectibles, all these damn statues, you paying for names. You're not paying for quality. You just paying for a name. The name don't mean quality. Just because you buy a pair of Air Jordans don't mean they quality. It's just you paying.
You sure about that?
Paying for the damn name. If you buy a pair of Yeezys, don't mean that they're quality. It means that you're paying for the damn name.
First off, when you made that statement, that didn't make any sense to me, because why would anybody waste potentially $50 to $150, maybe even $200 on a figure from any of these brands just because of the name? That doesn't make any sense. If you look at my shelf, right, which is quality, all the figures up top on the first row, Mezco. This is Marvel Legends right here, that the Doc Ock. These figures here, a lot of this is SH Figure Arts, Dash and Model, SH Figure Arts. This is Mayfex. Like, bro, all these are great quality figures, bro. Like, you're not gonna get that from brands like Marvel Legends. Like, I don't collect Marvel Legends anymore, guys. Like, I made a video on that many months ago. I even explained why I don't collect them no more. Like, it's just so much crap to get into, man. It's like, I don't even know. I just can't do it no more. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say on that subject. So, guys, make sure to check him out, Uncle Tim. Let me see. Oh, it looks like my mods didn't get the notification I'm live. I sent Edward and Cam the notification I'm going live. Let's see. All right, let's check this out.
Hello YouTube fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel that I ran and I review. You know, I'm your host, Uncle Tim. We ain't stupid. We know what's going on. A lot of these stores are not raising prices because of...
Which is kind of true, because I've been seeing that a lot. That there are a lot of businesses out there where people are literally using the whole tariff thing to their advantage, or as an excuse to start raising prices at a grand scale, which is very, very crazy. Very, very sad, bro.
Tariffs. They're raising prices because they can, and they're trying to recoup some of those losses they had. You know, recoup, you know, the sales that they missed. You know, they're not getting sales. You know, a lot of people are blackballing brick and mortar right now because they're like feeling some kind of way. You know, a lot of people are just staying away. When you got people staying away, that hurts your business, man. That hurts the bottom line. The shareholders start talking, you know, things start going a different way. So what they're doing is they finding themselves raising the prices, and they blaming tariffs and things like that because the product costs more to bring in. It's 30% now. You know, then you got Walmart doing the same thing. Then, you know, you got them limiting the amount of items that they're willing to sell you. I'm not talking about toys or any damn thing like that. I'm talking about shit you really need, like food, water, you know, toilet paper, because you need to wipe your ass. And that, you know, I know a lot of people, you don't need toilet paper. Yes, you do. Stop playing. You know, soap and stuff like that. So you got to think about it. This is another situation like the pandemic where they actually trying to sell certain things that they couldn't sell before. You know, they're trying to push a narrative on us, actually trying to use fear as a way to get us to abide by the shit that they're doing. And guess what? In some cases it's working. And I know you say, hey, you've been pushing that fear thing yourself. No, I'm telling you one thing that Unc has told you, because I've been hearing people saying in the comments, Unc, you giving bad advice. No, I'm not. You know, a lot of people were saying, hey, Unc, I'm going to invest in the stock market. I said, wait till the stock market stabilizes to invest in it, because the stocks have failed at one point in time. And if you would have invested at that particular point in time, you would have lost a lot of money. A lot of people were telling me about debt. You know, I'm giving people bad advice on debt. No, I'm not. Pay your bills. I told you that ahead of time. You know, I said if you could afford to pay 2 or 3 times more than what you paying, good. But, you know, my whole thing is never spend all your money trying to pay your debt. You're going to owe somebody to the day you die. You still got to live. You still got to have a life. You get a thing called burnout. If you constantly paying bills and you don't see no fruits or any damn thing, you don't see no rewards in this, all you doing is going to work, paying bills, and coming home. Dude, you're not stressed.
Dude, I swear to God, bro, that's like the worst. That's like one of the worst feelings in the world, bro. Like, sometimes you gotta ask yourself, bro. Like, I've literally asked myself so many times in the past, and I even had conversations with people about this too, bro. It's like, is there more? Like, there has to be more to life than just working, paying bills, coming home, watching entertainment for a little bit, eating, sleeping, and doing the same thing. There has to be more to life than just paying bills, working, having a little entertainment, eating and sleeping, and then doing the same thing all over again. Like, seriously, bro. It's like, that's all people do all day. That's all niggas do all day is work, pay bills, come home, and then do the same thing every day, bro. Like, that's so annoying, bro. And he is right, bro. You gotta pay bills to the day you die. Just keeping it real. Like, that sucks, man. Like, one of the worst feelings in the world to me is owing somebody money. I hate that. I hate having to owe people money. And we all owe people money. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody in this world worked for somebody. Everybody. It's like the worst thing.
Stressful of a living that is, and you know why a lot of people are not doing that anymore. A lot of people just, fuck that, I'm done with that, I'm doing this. Now, you get to another thing that people say, hey, you don't know shit about tariffs. I know about tariffs, but the thing is, a lot of people don't understand. This could go either way, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm not telling anybody to go over there and fight for food, but I'm gonna tell you, when there's nothing left on the shelf, you know, is it propaganda then? You know, I seen firsthand in some of these stores that it ain't shit in them. So my whole thing is, I shop a lot where I'm at. And if I'm not talking about like Ross's or anything, I'm talking about grocery stores, bro. I'm talking about groceries. I'm talking about food. I'm not talking about simple shit like toys or video games, action figures, Funko Pops. I'm not talking about none of that. And in some cases, those are bare. So you got to think about a lot of stuff, man. Before a lot of people say, man, you just out here just giving advice to people. You telling people to sell their collections. If you need the money, sell. How hard is that? If you need the money, sell your shit. If you are in debt and you really need a way to get out, I done sold my shit to get out of debt plenty of times, bro. But you know what? I learned one thing. It wasn't the collection that got me in debt. It's other shit that got me in debt. You know, it was like bills that I couldn't afford. You know, people said, then don't pay them. Motherfucker, you need a car, shit. Something go out in your car, you need to pay for it. If you don't got that money on hand, and a lot of time, who got big sums of money on hand? You know, you need to get a new car. Who got big sums of money on hand? You could have just used your rainy day fund for something else because a rainy day happened. Bro, a lot of people are not understanding that. A lot of people see this stuff as, you know, you got a guy talking and he's preaching, and, you know, you see people out here who had...
See, this is why I tell y'all to check out Uncle Tim Ransom Reviews, because he's keeping it real, bro. He's a figure collector and he keeps stuff real. I'm telling you right now, guys, we need to start waking up to what's going on, because everything is not all sunshines and rainbows, bro. Like, this life that we live in is not a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, few homies I talk to at work, and then when I come on here on my platform and I talk to you guys about life stuff, it's like, and I tell people this all the time, bro, like, it's 2025, man. Like, we gotta find more ways to make money. We gotta find more ways to, like, bring in income, man, because this whole thing is getting real. Like, everything is more expensive. You know what I'm saying? The tariffs, for most things that we know, has kicked in. A lot of these brick and mortar stores, small mom and pop shops, they've all raised prices. Now, a lot of the times, from what I've been seeing, tariffs haven't kicked in for literally everything, but some of these businesses are using that as an excuse and an opportunity to start raising prices. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting absolutely ridiculous. Niggas gotta pay more bills. And I'm basically talking about myself. Like, I'm literally having to pay more bills because everything's gone up. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, now I owe niggas more money. Worst thing ever. Like, that's, and like I said before, that's one of the worst feelings in the world to me, is owing somebody money. But in this world that we live in, we owe everybody money, bro. The United States owe people money. Like, we're in so much debt. It's crazy.
Kids, and, you know, they got to take the man cave out and make it into a nursery, man, please.
Fuck out of here. I'll be damned. Fuck out of here. I'm not doing that.
You've been wanting kids your whole damn life.
And I honestly feel bad for those people. Like, I've literally seen cases like that all the time, where people have to sell all their stuff, and it's always the man in the house. This dude always got to sell off his entire collection. Like, I've literally seen grown men who literally just had a kid, right? I'm talking about guys that had an entire collection of WWE wrestlers, Marvel Legends, people who had a vintage comic book collection worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, right? I've seen guys that had a whole room full of video games. Bro had to sell off all his stuff, or at least half of his stuff, and throw the rest in storage somewhere, just because he had a kid or something like that. Stuff of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Or if they're in a financial situation, all you got hella people out there selling off all their personal stuff just to pay some bills. Probably just to pay 2 bills. That's ridiculous. I would hope I would never ever in my life have to do nothing like that. Cause that's just ridiculous, bro. Like, I shouldn't have to sacrifice my personal space just to pay somebody's bill. I've always been a hustler. I'll find a way to get it, bro. Even if I gotta work the maximum amount of hours a week just to get to that money, I'm going to do that, bro. Even if I gotta work multiple jobs, multiple ways to make money, I'm gonna find a way to do it, bro. And I've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I haven't really been posting content that much lately during this year, because I've just been busy with work and other stuff on the side. You know what I'm saying? But I need to get back with this consistency with streaming and stuff like that. And I also want to start making the streams fun. Like, I also want to I was thinking of doing tier list videos, doing tier list live stuff. Like, we could do a tier list of food, animes that we watch, what's our favorite comic book, what's the best Marvel movie, whatever. I feel like stuff like that would be pretty interesting to do on stream, and just some other stuff that we could do. And I also want to start doing some giveaways. I need to get back into doing that. So honestly, that will also be another way to bring in more viewers. I want to start doing some giveaways. So, and what I mean by giveaways, I would do I'm trying to see if I should do I've always every time I did a giveaway, I've always did a digital giveaway where I just gave away money. But now that I'm a reseller and I actually go to the UPS store and ship stuff out, I could actually do physical giveaways. I'll have to sit down and think about that, but I need to figure out what I want to give away to you guys. So I want to start branching out and start doing more interesting stuff for the channel. So there is that. So if you guys are interested in stuff like that, guys, spread the word. Make sure to share. Share this on Instagram. Tell a friend, whatever. Even if you repost something I said or clip it, put it on Instagram, whatever. That would be another way to get more people into the streams.
And you finally about to have one? These are just toys. Put this shit in storage or in the attic. Dude, it is what it is. Like I said, priorities. You gotta be real with this, man. These are just toys. People, and I'm gonna tell you, sometimes it is what it is. I got a friend that's trying to sell his comic book collection. He offered to me first to buy it. He gave me a reasonable price. I actually thought about it for a second, but you know why I didn't do it? Because I'm I'm not buying nothing my damn self. I had another one offer me the Transformers. Dude, I didn't have the money for that. I'm gonna be honest. Picking and choosing through his collection is basically a slap in the face. Because see, that's what people do. They buy all the best stuff and leave you with the garbage that you can't sell. So
yeah, man, that's how it be, man. That's how it be, man. That's why, and see, they don't tell you this in school. This is why school is one of the most controversial things in this society that we live in. It's the school system is such a failure right now. It's such a failure. It's been a failure for a decade. They literally don't teach you what the fuck you need to learn in fucking life, bro. Straight up. School is not gonna, unless you go to a college for business and investing, they're not gonna, school in general is not gonna tell you nothing about investing. Nothing. No real shit. Like, just, it's all just a waste of time, bro, if you ask me. Like, literally, the stuff that people wouldn't think that is an investment is literally the biggest investment in your face, and you just don't see it. Like, think about it. People out there are investing in Pokemon cards, video games, action figures. This is why in life you have to think outside the box. This is exactly what I'm doing, guys. I'm trying to get my hands in stuff that I know I can invest in and see some value in it, man. And I've been doing my homework when it comes to all this stuff. Like, I'm literally putting a lot of money and time into this stuff. Like, for those that don't know this, I'm an inbox collector, and I'm also a out of the box collector. So I buy stuff sealed, keep them sealed, and I also buy stuff to open and display. And I feel like that's what every collector should do. I personally don't see the fun in just collecting a whole bunch of action figures and never take them out of the box, which is, I don't know how people do that, personally. You know, I feel like if you're gonna do that, buy 2 of each. Buy 2 of each of what you're trying to get. 1 for display, 1 to sell, or to display. And if you're a reseller and you're doing that, that's a whole different ball game. That means you're gonna have to buy 3 of each. 1 to open display, 1 in box, and then 1 to sell. Resell, I should say. It's crazy.
My thing was put my hands up and I backed up. I had one trying to sell me a G.I. Joe collection, classified and a real American hero. So the 3.75s and the 6-inch figures were trying to sell me that. They had some big pieces, you know, they had some Terradromes, they had some Cobra vehicles, they had the U.S. flag, they had the G.I. Joe headquarters. Bro, just to say some things, the prices sometimes people want are astronomical, man. And sometimes, you know, you got to be honest, man. Oh, man, that ain't for me. You know, I had a lot of guys from Facebook Marketplace hit me up because I had bought something from them a couple of times. And they had a whole collection of Funko Pops. They was trying to sell me 100 Funko Pops for $40.
That's crazy.
100 Funko Pops. I went through the whole list. And my wife said, damn, that's actually a good deal. She said, are the boxes bent? Is anything wrong? I said, no. She said, then what's wrong? I said, the thing is, it's hard to sell these now. These are not selling like they used to.
You want to know what's crazy, guys? He's absolutely right about that. He is absolutely right about that. The only way to sell Funko Pops is to sell in bulk and to also sell autographed signed Pops. That is the only way to sell Funko Pops. And take it from my experience. Like, I've had Funko Pops sitting on my page for almost 2 months now and I haven't gotten a single sale. Like, I've literally sold everything else but Funkos. Like, I have a lot of Funko Pops just sitting around just to resell. And I'm not talking about Funko Pops from my personal collection. I literally bought a huge bulk of Funko Pops online just to resell. And I have not gotten a single sale. Now, I've gotten a few watchers looking at the Pops, but in terms of a sale, hell nah. Like, it's very crazy out here to sell Pops. Now, to be fair, but I'm a little biased, but this is just from my point of view. To be fair, the Pops I am selling is not comp. If it was comp, probably would have gone to sell, but I could almost bet I could bet that if I were to sell my personal collection of Funko Pops, I would have gotten all of them sold, 100%. Because in my personal collection, I have like some of the like a lot of the best pops to buy. You know what I'm saying? Like I have autograph pops, and I have very awesome Funko Pops from like different animes and stuff. Like I have main character pops from like different like animes and cartoons and stuff like that. And I also have autograph pops. So if you ask me, I feel like investing in autograph pops, I feel like that's not really talked about enough. So I feel like if you're a person that wants to invest in Funko Pops, which is Funko Pops now, from what I've been seeing, Funko Pops are like slow sales. Like Second Chance Toys, like I've been watching their YouTube channel, and that's actually the next toy store I'm planning on visiting, and that's actually in my state, in Georgia, Second Chance Toys. Shout out to Second Chance Toys. So Second Chance Toys, like they made a YouTube video like a while back, and they basically said they sold all of their Funko Pops. Like they used to have an entire wall full of Funko Pops, but they don't sell Funko Pops no more. Chance, which is the co-owner of Second Chance Toys, he said that they sold all their pops to another toy store called Plastic Empire. I'm actually going to visit that store later on during this year as well. But that toy store mainly sells Funko Pops. So I guess it makes sense to sell them to him, because I think he was saying that Funko Pops is a slow sell or whatever, and basically they wanted to make space in the store for other product, so they just got rid of all the pops. So you got people out there selling a whole bunch of pops for too much money, and it just sits there. So, and then you got people out there that have to lowball themselves to sell a product just to get it to sell and get up out of there. You know, sometimes you gotta do that just to get a sale. Like, there's literally, like I said, guys, unless you're selling in bulk, or unless you're selling autographed signed pops, you're not gonna get no profit. So honestly, the way things is looking, I'm going to have to take a loss on these Funko Pops. Now, I currently have a bulk of Funko Pops on my Mercari page. I have that for sale. So, and honestly, normally on my store, usually I would pay for shipping, but when it comes to stuff like that, unfortunately, the buyer is going to have to pay shipping on that, because because that's going to cost me a bunch of money, and I'm already cutting people a lot of slack selling things under market value just to get a sell. I don't do that for all my products, but for some products I do that. So it's like, I don't want to do that for literally everything I sell. So for me to make some money back from all this, the buyer is going to have to pay that. Simple as that. Even if I have to wait a little longer for it to sell, so be it. You know, it'll sell eventually.
I said these things used to sell so fast. They were moving
and see,
like.
And he's right. He's absolutely right about that, man. The exclusive pops, those are also a good thing to resell. Exclusive pops, or I think the resale values of exclusive pops are definitely good too. Regular pops may sell a little slower. Me personally, I would never sell a Funko Pop individually unless it's worth like a lot of money, because I do not want to go play these fucking monkey games, playing hopscotch to the house, to the UPS store, just to sell one individual pop that's not worth any money. I'm literally not making no profit. What the hell do I look like? Especially with the fees and stuff like that. Like, all these online stores have fees, bro. Like, on Mercari, if I were to sell a pop, for $20, I'm probably gonna make $14 off that sale because they take out the fees and they got shipping. But honestly, but when it comes to fees, the fees is way better. Is way less than on eBay. eBay's fees is absolutely out of this world. That's why a lot of people for years stopped selling. I stopped selling off on eBay. Like, it's just, I just can't do it. And I ran into problems with eBay. Like, they've literally shut down one of my store. Like, my original eBay account where I used to sell stuff at, I can't even sell nothing on that page no more, man. It's ridiculous. Now I still have access to the page. Like, I literally buy all my products off of that page, but in terms of selling, I can't sell nothing on that page no more. Cause they did something to my account. I don't know, man. It's weird.
Hotcakes. Now they're like bricks sitting there. You know, my whole thing is everybody at this point trying to recoup money. Everybody trying to one up a situation that they were in that was bad. And you know, I'm looking at it my damn self, man. I'm checking everything that I got. I'm looking through the list of things that I have. I'm looking through some of the stuff that I have that I haven't even opened. And I'm like, man, it's time to open the stuff, put it up, and put the stuff that, you know, need to go up. I'm looking at it just like this, you know. I finally took the Ultimate Iron Man out of his package. You know, it's actually a cool figure.
It's really not. That figure's dog shit.
Superior Iron Man. Changed the head on it. That one looks a lot better.
That version of Iron Man is the worst Iron Man in existence in terms of mentality and ego. Like, that's the most powerful version of Iron Man, or at least one of the most powerful, because that version of Iron Man has a symbiote suit. If you know, you know. But in terms of like ego, in terms of mentality, that's like the worst version of Iron Man. Because that version of Iron Man becomes egotistical and dictator and all this other shit.
And the son of Wolverine, I love the claws. I love that situation. Took him out.
I just cannot take Marvel Legends seriously no more, bro. It's like the figures, they just, oh gosh, they just look so bad. Like, the quality of Marvel Legends is just trash, bro. Like the scaling is bad. Like, it looks, I mean, at the end of the day, even though it's a toy, at least with the import stuff, like, you can actually tell that the figures just look more adult collector-ish than toyish. I don't know.
Then we got Batman 1 Million. This guy's just awesome. I don't care what in the pose he up there, dude. I'm just looking at it just like this. It's about winning right now. It's about doing what you're doing. Everybody trying to find a way to make their life, their situation, you know, better. Like I told you, it's hard to do everything out here now. It's hard to go to the show. It's hard to go out to eat because everything is so expensive. You know, these restaurants are paying more for, you know, the product, you know, more for like ingredients and things like that. Even the trays they put your food in, you know, when it's to go, costs more now. And, you know, they have to pass that on to somebody, and it's being passed on to the customer. You get smaller portions, but a higher price. Shit is
Which
real.
is so true.
You go to a fast food place, and you're going to get fast food. Like I tell you,
Everything's
you
more
go to
expensive
Chipotle,
now,
your
man.
food is $30 damn.
Yeah.
You go to this place that me and my wife eat, this Polish food place, it's like $30. You know, some of them, Patillo's $50. Shelf system, there's only one piece on the shelf. Dude, ask for
Yeah, he's right about that. Let's check out DS Icons. Guys, make sure to check out DS Icons on YouTube. Like, if you're a figure collector, you definitely check out his channel. Like, I literally been watching all his videos. And see, he's another person that keeps it real with his videos as well. Are you an in the closet action figure collector? Why buy certain figures? Going to depth over action figures. Know your limits. Why I buy toys? And the thing about DS Icons, he's actually been changing up his thumbnails and titles, even after he posted it, just to see what works. Are you a hoarder? Take care of your collection. Is being a collector still fun? Niggas going broke over toys. Yeah.
It all adds up fast. So you want all these improvements, right? All these improvements. And then you complain when you see the price increase.
Guys, real shit, check out my homie DS Icons. Like, he makes really great videos. He mainly collects hot toys. He collects some 6-inch WWE figures and some other stuff on the side, but his main collection of action figures is not 6-inch figures, but hot toys and 12-inch figures, like the Transformers line and some other stuff. That was cool. I gotta give myself a drink. My throat is
It
dry.
all adds up fast. So you want all these improvements, right? All these improvements. And then you complain when you see the price increase.
All right, guys, I'll be back. I need to go get myself a drink.
All right, this is something I see a lot of, right? You get companies like Hot Toys making improvements on their work, right? Improvements, advancements. With that comes a price hike. The prices are going to go up. I mean, you want better engineering, better technology, better everything, right? That comes at a price. You want better scope work, which means you got to hire better sculptors. You getting better sculptors. You want better tailoring, which means you got to get the best of the best. You want better material for those clothes. Like, you want real leather. You want wool. You want all that stuff, right? That comes with a price increase. Folks want rooted hair. I don't want rooted hair, but folks want rooted hair. You want wool hair, real hair, or whatever. That comes at a price. I'm glad Hot Toys has an option because I have no desire for rooted hair. It's overrated and unnecessary, in my opinion. And that's my opinion. You don't like it? I mean, too bad. It's my opinion. We all allowed to have that, right? But I'm not a fan of rooted hair. So I'm glad they at least give us options, because if they didn't, if they just started doing everything just straight rooted, I would be done collecting Hot Toys, because
That's crazy as hell. Time to start fasting and eating 1 meal a day. That's what I do. Oh, you do fasting? Okay. Also, stop motion related. I'm working on Thunderbolts. I'm nearly finished with my phase 4. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Definitely check that out when it's finished. I just hope that movie is decent, man. Because Disney and Marvel's in a lot of heat right now. So hopefully the movies that they put out now it's not trash, it's not none of that woke bullshit, it's not none of that weird shit. I don't know. I feel like that movie's gonna get a lot of backlash.
like I said, I'm not doing rooted hair. But anyway, You want real wool hair, not like the hair that Hot Toys used to use. That's gonna come with a price increase. And honestly, the whole rooted hair trend I see dying down once people get a real taste of owning a rooted piece. All the stuff you gotta do, all the stuff that comes into it, 2 or 3 years down the line, how it looks. You probably like, damn, this looks like trash now after 2 or 3 years. So I don't see the whole rooted hair trend lasting too long. But that's besides the point. Folks want rooted hair. That comes with a price increase. You want USB charge.
Yeah.
That comes with a price increase. I want my figures to get charged and not have to have the cord hanging out. So I want even better, a better system in place than what we got. I want it where it just has a rechargeable pack that you can just plug it in, let it charge up, pull the cord out, and that thing is lit up for a whole day. That's what I want. Yeah. I know that's gonna cost more money. So you want rooted hair, USB charge, better material like leather, more articulation.
And see, DS Icons is right about that. It doesn't make no sense to want all these extra shit when it comes to an action figure, and then when the price comes back as being this and not that, people look all surprised. Like, that's like me asking somebody for custom artwork, asking somebody to make me a canvas of custom artwork from different animes or different cartoon characters and have it all drawn out on a piece. But you want all these characters on here. That costs money, time, and a lot of effort for all that to work. Or if you want custom artwork for your clothes, that costs a lot of time, effort, and money, right? And that's like you basically looking surprised when they charge you a certain price because you're asking for all this stuff, and then all this costs time and money. People value their time and money based off what they're working on. So if they feel like their time and money's worth this, then that's how it's gonna be, bro. You get it. Deal with it or not. Simple as that.
Which means they got to figure out a way to make the thing move better, which is engineering. So you want better engineering. You want magnetic parts. You want magnetic bases. You want seamless bodies, seamless swappable pieces. You want diorama bases.
Yeah.
Versus a generic stand. That would be me because I love dioramas. All that stuff costs money. It all adds up fast. So you want all these improvements, right? All these improvements. And then you complain when you see the price increase.
Yeah.
You get online, you get on in these groups, you see the new, what is it? The newest pre-order. Then you see the price, and then you complain the whole entire time, all up and down the comment section. Why is the price so high? And in that same comment section, you'll see people complaining about what Hot Toys could do better. So you want them to do better, but you don't want to pay the cost for them to do better.
See, and that's another thing, guys. Like, I've said this in multiple videos in the past about collecting Hot Toys. I already got started with collecting Hot Toys. I only have one Hot Toy in my collection so far, and that was when I went to Toy Federation. I bought the Super Commando Mandalorian figure, Star Wars: The Clone Wars Hot Toy figure. The reason why I haven't bought more is because I'm still I keep forgetting to buy it, but I still have to get another shelf for my room just for that, because I want to have a shelf just for my Hot Toys to display. So once I get that, then I'll start buying some more Hot Toys. But it's gonna be really, really tough. Like I also said this. I'm not going to rush this Hot Toy shit because it's like tariffs and these companies are raising prices. So I can't even imagine how much Hot Toys is gonna cost nowadays. Everything's going the fuck up, bro. Everything's becoming more expensive, and I'm not in no rush. As much as I love Hot Toys, I'm not in a rush to buy it. Like I'm taking my time with this shit, bro. Like straight up. And I'm not gonna be able to buy none for a handful of months because I'm saving a lot of my money up for Kleptocon in 3 months, bro. So I'm diverting a lot of my money towards that. So basically, I'm gonna be disciplined with what I'm spending, or at least I'm going to try to be. I already have a plan on how much I need to save every week, what days, and just leave it like that. So I'm not trying to ruin that for myself. I definitely do not want to get caught lacking with that, slipping up. And this is going to be an ultimate discipline test for myself. So this will also be a learning lesson for myself. Because there was a time where I used to have a dopamine addiction to my hobby, bro. To my hobby, bro. And what I mean by that, like, there was a time where I was buying video games non-stop every week. Then, when I got out of that phase, I got into another phase where I was buying manga every week. And mind you, there was... Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to manga, I've read majority of manga that's in my collection right now. So it's not like I just bought a whole bunch of stuff and never read it or used it. I'm still reading Bakuman and Chainsaw Man. I'm still reading that. And I literally bought 2 of those box sets a long time ago. Still haven't even finished reading the series. Even though I could have been finished reading that all a long time ago. Then there was another time where I was buying lots of a lot of Gundam model kits. There was a time where I was buying a lot of action figures. Just every week, back to back, back to back. All type of crazy shit, bro. Buying comic books. Just straight up. I was going crazy. But I had to slow down. I told myself, one day I just slowed down. I cut all that off for a while and just took a break. Because it was getting out of hand, bro. That's how, like, dopamine is a very, very, very crazy thing that you don't want to get too deep into. And everybody has that dopamine effect. Especially if you're a collector, you definitely have dopamine because you get that dopamine and self gratification once you buy something. Because me personally, don't get me wrong, I like that feeling where I buy something I've always wanted or something I do want for my collection, and opening it up after it came in the mail, and then after getting that, whatever you do with the figure or whatever you buy, you just want to buy more. You want to buy more and more and more and more, and then you realize that you have a problem. You have an addiction to the stuff, and you can become addicted to anything, bro. Like, this dopamine thing is very crazy, very, very crazy. So you gotta definitely watch out for that. But I'm not gonna lie. In 2023, bro, I was buying hella video games. Like, I spent that entire year just buying video games. Like, a lot of the games that I bought, I didn't even play. Like, straight up. And if I did play it, I probably played it once or twice and just never got back on it ever again. But I can tell you right now, majority of those video games that I bought 2 years ago that means nothing to me, I literally sold off all that stuff. Because it's like, bro, I had lots of gaming consoles. During that year, I had so many gaming consoles in my room. Had big stacks of video games. A lot of stuff I wasn't even playing. Some of the games I didn't even care about. So I said to myself, bro, I gotta sell some of this shit off. Like, this is getting ridiculous. Like, the N64, I only played on that thing a few times, and I just got bored of it. Like, I just sold it. Just like that, bro. But I mainly bought the N64 to do content. I did the DKOD's videos on that. Mainly bought it for that. And that was really it. Then I had nostalgia for the PS2. Well, on the PS2, I was actually playing on it. But I decided to sell it. Because I wanted to use the money to buy other stuff that I wanted for my collection. And I did literally I sold my GameCube as well. I love the GameCube. I'm going to buy another game. The reason why I sold the GameCube that I have is to get a different color. Like, I had a silver GameCube. Like, I'm not really a huge fan of the silver. Like, that's like my least favorite. I only sold it so I could buy a black GameCube. That's really what I want. And I'm going to try to get a refurbished GameCube. So that's really the only reason why I sold the GameCube is just so I could get a different color. No other reason. But all the games I don't care about, I sold them all off. So at least with me, I actually know when to have a breaking point and know when to cut stuff off. There's people out there that literally hoard and just keep a bunch of junk in their house or in storage somewhere. Like, you got people out there that would never sell the collection, never sell nothing. Like, you got to be able to sit back and sell some stuff off, bro.
Make that make sense. You can't complain about price and still complain about Hot Toys not stepping up engineering and technology. You can't have it both ways, man. It don't work like that. Like, what world are y'all living in? And then it doesn't help matters when people are willing to spend outrageous money on art. The competition, right? You willing to spend $500 to $1,000 for a figure, but then a complaint about Hot Toys selling something for $300 or $400. Make that make sense. That sends a message that people are willing to pay more. So if that's the case, what you think Hot Toys gonna do? What you think they gonna do? They gonna see that you're willing to spend more money. They're gonna up their prices. So you got all that coming into play. Why are you complaining about costs? You can't complain about costs and out the same mouth complain about Hot Toys not improving, stepping up their game. You can't have it both ways. You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you can complain all you want. I'm just saying you can't complain, and then if I see you 5 comments later, the same person who was complaining about costs complaining about Hot Toys not stepping up their game, you need to be quiet. Go sit down in the corner somewhere. Put your dunce hat on or something.
Sorry about that, man. Alright, who else can we check out?
This employee at Jewel Osco Supermarket is going.
Here we go again.
cleaning out the machine once again. Every single time I see this guy at the machine, is getting cleared out. He doesn't care if it's singles, bundles, ETBs, he's just clearing everything out. Here we go again.
Gotta scalp them all, y'all. Y'all go ahead and leave. Turn around, pal. No, sir. You're killing us, Chris. Come on, bro. See y'all later, man. Nope.
See, that's what they need to do. They need to start keeping all the product behind the counter. So you don't got all these jerk-offs.
I mean, $3,000.
Just buying everything out in the store. Having all of them just run to the back like monkeys. Scavenging.
I made $3,000 flipping this item from Costco. I made my way to Costco at opening, grabbed as many as I could fit in my cart, and headed for the checkout. I looped around to all the other Costcos in my city so I could grab them all before they sold out.
This is actually insanity. Collecting cards.
Scalper.
Excuse me, would you like one?
Like, these guys literally scout all the products and do a quick flip on eBay, and they're just proud of that shit.
Reverse hollow
Just scamming niggas out of their money.
or double it and give it to the next person? I guess. Would you?
Senna, he sniffed your chair when you were gone.
That's crazy. I would never do that. Come on.
Snitch.
Mate, that's mental. I dropped something on the floor.
Senna, he sniffed your chair.
He accidentally found a diamond, but secretly slipped it into his mouth to keep it, thinking his little trick would fool the guards. But suddenly the supervisor walked straight towards him.
Give it to me.
The man nearby was horrified by what happened next, but soon he found something valuable himself. After brushing off some mud, he realized it was a priceless pink diamond. Seeing nobody around, he decided instantly to keep it. Just as he wondered where to hide the diamond, a water pump exploded on the riverbank. While everyone was distracted by the noise, he bent down slowly and hid the diamond between his toes. Afterward, he tried to sneak away quietly, but before he got far, he was stopped by an officer, who ordered him to open his hands, then checked all his possible hiding places. Finding nothing, the officer finally let him go. As soon as he was away from the officer, he quickly crouched down, pretending to use the toilet. He pulled out the diamond and admired it calmly, then tore off a piece of his pants, wrapped the diamond carefully, and started digging a small hole to hide it. Just as things were going smoothly, a gun suddenly appeared behind him. His foolproof plan had been discovered by the supervisor. Just as the man thought he was about to die, a grenade suddenly knocked the supervisor unconscious. It turned out the government army had found them. Seeing the supervisor still unconscious, the man quickly crawled away with the diamond, then buried it in a muddy spot nearby. Right after he finished hiding it, the government soldiers arrived. Although he desperately explained he wasn't a rebel, they still captured him as one. Before he even got used to his surroundings, a familiar voice called out to him. It was the supervisor who survived the explosion. The supervisor immediately demanded the location of the diamond, but he was too scared to speak.
Hey, my brothers, I go give $1,000 to the man who cussed the diamond out of this bastard.
To prove his innocence, the man ripped off his shirt in anger, telling everyone it was the rebels who made them homeless. Finally, his fellow prisoners believed him. Seeing he had lost control, the supervisor cursed loudly. To stop the conflict from getting worse, the soldiers dragged the supervisor away. But at that moment, a white man in the opposite cell stared intently at him. Perhaps he was the only one who knew the truth.
I swear, man, these YouTube shorts will keep you binged.
Last one.
What?
I'm done. I'm gonna show you.
You need to stop, bro.
Nothing. GG's, bro. What is this? What is this?
See, he's another. See, Joseph, this is another YouTuber that I don't know, that doesn't know nothing about Pokemon. Like, literally a person that doesn't know nothing about Pokemon. They can just collect Pokemon cards because of hype. Because you see everybody else doing it. What is the point? You're wasting money getting into something that you know nothing about. You don't know this from a can of paint. What is the point? There is no point in doing that.
Really? You know what? I'm just doing it for the culture. I got the worst card. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I just lost $80, bro. I need more.
It's supposed to be 530.33.
What is that?
No way.
No way.
I'm not going home without a big win. $500. Last one.
That's nothing compared to Case on. Base case on drop 30K in 1 week just to pull a $1,200 card. Big L, man, mate. That's literally the dumbest thing ever, bro. Spending 30K to end up with a card, man. Man. You don't lost so much money off that shit. What?
I'm done. How much do I owe you?
You need to stop, bro.
Nothing. GG's, bro. What is this? What is this?
It's only $3.
Fuck. I just feel it. I'm getting close.
Oh, what is that?
$4 to 50-cent card.
You fucking did this to me. You did.
See, he's buying the wrong shit. That's the problem. He's not buying the right shit. You need to buy. Like, if he wants to really, like, after buying so many Pokemon cards, doing my homework, seeing what people's buying, bro, you gotta buy the booster boxes. You gotta buy the English and Japanese booster boxes. You gotta buy the ETBs. And then, series-wise, get Prismatic Evolutions and 151. And then some of the older packs like Evolving Skies, Tempest, there's so many stuff out there to get, bro. And if you want to go really, really crazy and spend thousands, bro, buy the vintage boxes, bro. Buy a base set box.
Did this to me.
I can't keep watching you go down this spiral.
I'm not addicted.
Bro, you have a problem.
You buy one of these card boxes and you hit, one of the cards could be worth $600, $1,000, to even $3,000. So today I decided, why not go 24 hours camping at a new release edition for Prismatics? Oh, overnight camping, that sounds so fun. No, it is probably not the best decision to do in 2025 anymore. There are robbers.
The thieves busted into locked stores and brought their own bin to fill with collectibles.
There are fights. I'm talking about fights. Like grown men fighting over cars. Last but not least, these are the worst people in the world, scalpers. I think these are worse than PDF files, if I'm being honest. Scalpers are basically people who buy all these and they sell them for double or triple the price because they know how bad you want them. These are the worst.
Bro, scalpers are scum of the earth. See, I'll even play a video. There's a difference between resellers, flippers, and scalpers. They all have 3 different meanings, and I'll play a video just to save myself from talking on what they mean. Scalping is the worst of them all, bro. Worst of them all. Matter of fact, I'll play it right now for you guys. See. I watched a short video on what they all mean. Forgot.
ATL sell them on eBay. I released a video last month where I acquired some discounted Squishmallow plush from a Kroger and Intel arbitrage. I started to receive some feedback in the form of negative comments referring to this activity as scalping. While I appreciate
what people need to understand is that when it comes to the whole Pokemon thing, there are people out there that literally there are people out there that legitimately buy out all the Pokemon cards from a certain spot just to rip them out and see if they could get the chase card that they're trying to buy. There are people out there that do that. Not everybody that buys out all the product from a certain place buys all of it just to resell it for triple the price. Those are scalpers. But you have people like FaZe Kson dropping 30, 50K, 30 to 50K, 60K, 70K on Pokemon cards, buying out an entire store full of Pokemon stuff just to rip him all out for stream. Just to open up all the packs. And he's not even a reseller at all.
Appreciate criticism, both positive and negative. It made me wonder if in fact this was scalping or if people were just overreacting. In this video, I'm going to take a deep look into what is commonly considered scalping and determine if these comments are warranted or if these viewers are just off base. If you haven't seen the video in question, I recommend you go back and check it out. It's featured in the channel's homepage, and there's a link in the description as well. To quickly summarize, I was shopping for groceries at Kroger and saw an end cap with some discounted Squishmallow plush. I purchased the shopping cart full and broke down what I paid for them and what I intend to sell them for on eBay for a profit. If you don't know what these are, they're basically a super soft stuffed pillow, and they're made to look like different animals. They've grown in popularity over the last couple years and have become somewhat collectible. With that, online prices have risen due to desirability and rarity, similar to many collectibles which are discontinued or limited run. What I'm struggling with is the accusation that many viewers made in the comments. So let's talk about what a scalper is. Most commonly, the term is used in regards to event ticket sales. The scalper buys tickets to a popular event with limited seating, which is sold out. Scalper then puts a large markup on the ticket due to high demand and sells it for profit.
They do the same thing with Pokemon cards, comic books, action figures. You cannot really do that with video games, because video games is like a thing where there's like a huge production of all of the copies of the game. See, with video games, the thing about video games, you can never do that with video games because they literally make so many copies of video games, like of a certain game that comes out. They literally make millions of copies of the same game. So it's like it's impossible to do it with video games unless it's like retro video games. If it's anything modern, it's impossible to scalp. It's impossible to scalp modern video games. Nobody's doing that. Now, there are scalpers that do scalp retro video games. Now, with retro video games, that's different. They don't make retro video games no more. And then it's the same thing with retro toys. Anything retro, they scalp it.
Scalping is made possible because people are willing to pay over face value to attend the event. In reselling, the more
oh, Jesus Christ. Don't even get me started with a PS5. I remember during COVID, you had a whole bunch of niggas out there selling PS5s, mind you, and I cannot make this up. I'm telling you right now. I've seen people during 2020, 2021, people out there were selling PS5s for $1,200, $1,300, bro. Let that sink in. Imagine, out of desperation, you pay $1,200 to $1,300, maybe even $1,400 for a PlayStation 5. What are we doing? I'll be fucking damned, bro. I'm not doing that shit. And see, that was the main reason why I bought an Xbox Series S, because I could not get my hands on the PS5. I don't have my Xbox Series S. I actually ended up selling that console last year. I sold that console to GameStop, and I actually got a pretty penny for it. Actually, I remember, and when I sold it, I actually ended up getting, how much? I had gotten back $180 back from it at GameStop. But the resale values of Xbox Series X is actually pretty good. You can actually, if you were to like resell them, you could resell them for like $300, maybe even $250 or something like that. So if you're able to get your hands on Xbox Series S for like $100, you're so in luck, because you could flip it on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, whatever, and get $100 in profit. So maybe even $200 in profit. Depends how the market is for it, though. I don't know how it is. I haven't seen it in a while. Ain't gonna lie.
Recent and well-known occurrence of this behavior can be compared to the latest gen video game consoles, i.e. the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. For over a year,
Series X is trash. Xbox failed the fuck out of that console. Nobody even talks about the Series X no more. That Microsoft don't even promote the Series S anymore like they used to. I haven't seen an Xbox Series S or X commercial in God knows how long. All they do is promote Game Pass. If it was for Game Pass, Xbox would have done it a long time ago. I said it so many times online. It's so true, bro.
these have been very difficult to acquire through traditional retail outlets due to scalpers buying up supplies and reselling
With bots. Guys got bots set up where they just automatically scan the internet. And then once the bot finds a PS5 available, bam, they buy it.
online for profit.
Yep.
While gamers have found this frustrating, restocks have become more frequent, more substantial, wider spread, and buying.
See, now that there's a more PS5s in stock, and now that people have been selling their stuff off online, you cannot scalp the PS5 anymore. You could buy a PS5 now for like $300. Brand new. Even used. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that no more. But they'll find a way to do it now with Now, once they stop doing that with consoles, they're gonna start moving on to PC components. Now, they were doing the same thing with graphics cards, bro. Ridiculous. I remember when the 3090 first came out, they were selling that shit for like $1,500. $1,200 to $1,500. Ridiculous ass prices, bro.
Limits have been put in place to prevent scalping. In my opinion, scalping can be summarized like this: buying something at a retail
It's basically scamming, bro.
or market price, then reselling it at a huge markup. So now that we've covered scalping, let's talk about retail arbitrage. What is it? The long and short of it is buying an item at a discounted price and selling it in another market where there is a difference in value, which in turn creates a margin and a profit for the buyer and seller. And this is essentially what all
See, that's the difference between scalping and reselling.
resellers do. Whether they buy items at thrift stores, garage sales, it's all the same method.
Because a lot of us resellers, what we do, we buy stuff for the low, sell it for the high. But at a fair price. And a lot of resellers are willing to even bargain or negotiate what they're selling with the buyer. Scalpers don't do that. They literally have a set price of what they sell their stuff for, and that's it. Real talk.
Buy an item that's underpriced and sell it elsewhere.
That's how, when it comes to reselling, that's what you're supposed to do in the first place. Buy low, sell high. That's how you make profit. That's how businesses make profit.
While the two processes, scalping and reselling, do have some similarities, there is a stark difference. A scalper buys an initial item at market value, then sells it at a massive markup based on high demand and limited availability. A reseller buys an item under market value, then sells at a market value based on recent sold comparables. Both activities net a profit, but the means are entirely different. Scalpers exploit the supply restrictions and the desires of the end user to possess the items.
And the most dangerous thing about scalping is that people literally take people use your desperation and happiness to their advantage. They literally exploit that, and they back you into a corner and forcing you to pay a high marked up price for an item that's not even worth what they're trying to sell. Okay? It's ridiculous. An honest reseller, like for example, if I buy something for $10, I will most likely sell it for $20. You know? That's fair. That there's profit there to be made. You basically made $10 off that sale. Now if it's online versus in person, now if it's online, you may have to probably sell it $15 extra than that. It really depends on how the economy is. But it varies person to person, whatever, right? A scalper, if he buys something for $10, he's going to try to sell it for $100. That's a huge gap between somebody buying something for $10, selling it for $20, maybe even $30, just to get a little extra out of that sale, right? Versus somebody who buys something for $10 trying to sell it for $100. There is a significant difference between reselling and scalping. And flippers and reselling and resellers are basically the same thing. Buy low, sell high. But the thing with flippers buy stuff at discounts and resell for profit. And then you have the regular resellers. They buy anything. They resell it, but resellers are also investors at the same time. A lot of resellers out there buy stuff to have it sit for a while, and then once it's worth a lot of money in the future, then that's when we start selling the stuff off. That's what resellers do. Flippers are people that literally do the same thing, except they're not investors. They literally buy discounted stuff and they flip it in a short amount of time to get profit for it. That's why and the reason why I'm breaking all this up is because our hobby as a whole, and I need to make a YouTube video on this, but our hobby as a whole is destroyed, bro. Like, people can't even go out and buy, like, even people who go out and buy Marvel Legends. Now, I watch people's podcasts on, I forgot which channel it was, but I was watching this podcast of these toy YouTubers. It was like 3 or 4 of them in the stream. And they were talking about the tariff and all this other stuff. The tariff's already kicked in for Marvel Legends, so the days of you paying $20 for Marvel Legends in the store, sometimes even $15, but the $15 people will pay for Marvel Legends, those are like literally like the dog shit characters that nobody cares about. Those days are over. Those days are over. Word on the street, the new retail price for Marvel Legends is $30. So a $10 markup, you're gonna be paying $30 for Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends are not even worth buying no more. Anyway, if you ask me, I don't even like Marvel Legends no more. They suck. Marvel Legends suck. I don't even know how people are even able to animate with Marvel Legends, because the figures. I made a whole video on why I don't collect Marvel Legends. So if you guys want to know what I had to say about it, watch the video, because I don't want to get too deep into all that. It's so ridiculous. If you want real quality figures, buy imports.
First people on earth. I'm gonna be honest, these are scum. Me personally, I just doing it for the love of the game. I'm just ripping these boxes open. Right now, if you guys like the video, go to my Instagram, Canel Joseph, and DM me that you like the video. All this is bad luck. I don't want this no more. Dan, come here.
Yes.
You're gonna have to ship out.
Also, guys, we have a super chat goal of $2. So anybody that wants to donate $2 will get a shout out on my platforms. So you guys will get a special shout out. Nobody's obligated to donate, obviously, but that is just a little thing I have set up for the stream. I've never did goals before. I did a goal either the last stream or the stream before that, and we did reach that goal. It was just something simple. It was just $2 little donation goal. But if anybody wants to do that, feel free. Nobody's obligated to do that. All donos goes towards the stream and content and stuff like that. And that's basically what that's for. So if anybody wants to donate $2, feel free. Nobody has to, but it's all set up that way.
Every single one of these to whoever sends me to a DM. You know that, right?
Every single one.
Every single one. So tonight, there's a lot at stake. Hopefully, the Pokemon gods are on our side. We can catch them all.
I doubt it.
Let me see what it says. 15 available? 15 available.
Prosthetic Evolution Super Premium Collection. Dang, limit 1 person. Slashing Legends 10 limit 1 is only 11. Dang, that is not a lot of product.
We can't camp here until 4 a.m.
Somebody was like fighting?
Someone was fighting?
They kicked everybody out of line.
Damn.
Go to my store. My store got more than they did.
For real? Do I trust you? You trying to take us out of line? Trying to take out the competition?
Don't fall for it.
Wait, how much does your store got?
I think 30 of each.
What's the location? Well, do we stay at this one? Cause look, there's already 1.
No,
2.
He about to leave.
Are you camping? Oh, what the?
You have to ask.
These dudes are, bro. No, these are trying.
You're joking. These guys are actually playing Pokemon inside the car. That's wild.
Competition?
Don't fall for it.
These guys are on a whole different level here. That's crazy.
Wait, how much does your store got?
I think 30 of each.
What's the location? Well, do we stay at this one? Cause look, there's already 1.
No,
2.
He about to leave.
Are you camping? Oh, what the?
You have to ask.
These dudes are, bro. No, these are tryhard. I don't know if we should. Nah, I don't know if we should do it. You camping? Oh, this is a girl.
Fuck.
You said what?
I said I rip as soon as I get into my car.
Really?
Are you in profit or loss?
Right now I'm profit.
Profit?
Really? I don't have any good luck. I'm 7K deep in right now.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. Do you think I should quit? Just keep.
You just gotta that Umbreon, bro. You're gonna hit
Just
that.
that.
Okay.
Umbreon.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You be safe.
Listen, bro. With all due respect, this Umbreon card compared to the VMAX, in terms of design look, in terms of like the actual card design, this card is weak as hell. In terms of design compared to the Umbreon Alt Art VMAX, which is from Evolving Skies. That's like AKA the Moonbreon card, which is what everybody really, really wants. Very, very crazy. What the hell is this? That card is not worth $5,000. I could have sworn this was. There's no way that the value of this card went up that much. Because I could have sworn this card was worth $1,200. There's no way, hell.
There's campers in the bushes, bro.
Nah, cause see, when it comes to Pokemon cards, like matter of fact, when it comes to eBay, you got to look at sold lists. Don't just look at what somebody priced it on eBay. It does not work like that.
There's campers in. What the? How much for the space? Renting space? $100.
Wait, no, that might be. Hold on, we can talk. 60.
Oh,
this motherfucker's in the woods. What is wrong with people, bro? Like, is this what we've been doing? Is this what collectors have become, bro? Like, this is just wild. Like, people are literally camping outside from cards. Now, don't get it twisted. Anything in this world is worth money. I'm not knocking that even with Pokemon cards, but people do the extreme just for Pokemon cards. It's wild, bro. Same thing for Lego sets.
Shit. Wait. 20.
Bro, there's like hidden campers. Like, I don't know who's in these cars.
Look how she's pulling up right now.
Oh, yeah, she snatched it.
And he's right there, yeah. Now, these dudes try hard.
Bro, these guys got to get in line, bro. Well, bro said they kicked everybody out the line, but still stand at the front door. Because the minute they open up the store, everybody's going to run it straight out of the cars.
Nah, we can't compete with them. We can move this and take a spot.
In the parking spot? Put the trash in the parking spot?
In the dumpster? What is wrong with you?
Yeah. Yo, do we have vests? Wait, Home Depot. Let's go to Home Depot.
Perfect.
Let's go. Home Depot. This is what we do. We get a vest and we get cones. Yeah. Whenever you put cones somewhere, not going to touch it, bro. Oh, my God. 157? Bro, this is worth it.
Bro, the fuck is sitting down?
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? This motherfucker spent $150 on some cones. What? What are you doing, bro?
People.
God damn it.
That's
hold on, hold on.
wild.
This is a new method. We kick everybody out of line. This is
Joseph,
good.
what are you doing?
All right, now we got a free parking space. Hey guys, I'm not trying to be a party pooper. You know, I did say until 5 a.m. to line up and everything like that. I'm not trying to be a party pooper and stuff. Huh? But it's like our policy and stuff like that.
No, because like last time there was like fights going on and stuff. I just want to make sure everybody's safe. No, they don't.
You got glasses on. You're like colorblind. I promise this is. Bro, I'll let you sit in line if you just say there's orange shirts also.
I can't lie, those are like the most orange I've ever seen.
Exactly. I'm sorry. Right. I can't write your ticket. I just gotta, I gotta call 12.
Call 12.
Oh. We'll be right back.
I just not take you YN seriously.
Hey, y'all lucky. Y'all passed our method, but it's cool. Y'all can stay. It's cool. I hate how smart Pokemon fanatics and nerds are, bro. Let's go straight to the mall. What the f? Is someone over here? Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? Is it?
What was that? Junkie, crackhead.
Hey. Oh.
Oh hell no. Oh hell no, bro. Oh, this world's crap.
What was that you earlier? Why were you making moaning sounds? Oh. What's your name?
Guys, stay away from drugs. Junkies.
Terry? We're a friendly channel. There's no drugs over there, right, Terry?
Terry sniffing coke.
Okay. How you doing, Terry? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm trying to get Pokemon cards. The more people we bring onto the team, the more we can get more Pokemon cards. I'm willing to pay you to be able to camp out with us at this mall. So when
This is very, very sad, bro. This is what this country's become, bro. Niggas out there worrying about the wrong shit, worrying about getting illegals up out of the country. Nigga, worry about the damn homeless, my guy. Motherfuckers be putting their money to the wrong shit. Look how disgusting and embarrassing this is. You got a nigga sitting outside by a dumpster, my nigga. Sniffing coke and just... What is this, a shit bag, my nigga? You got these shit crickets outside sniffing coke and smoking up weed and shit. What is this, bro?
Oh, you would?
I got nothing better to do in my life, so that's what I can do.
Oh, we know.
Okay. All right, let me just give me a second real quick.
And
Let
you
me
got
go.
people out there that's cool with being homeless. Like, they don't got no... See, the only... I'm going to keep it real. The only cool thing about being homeless is that you have no bills. No bills to pay. You're free. You're not a slave. You're not a slave to society. You're not a slave to the system. You're a free man or woman in terms of not paying no bills. Everything else, well, everything else sucks. You're basically outside like a dog eating somebody's scraps out of the trash like a damn monkey, scavenging around like a rat. The worst way to live, bro.
Go ahead and talk over here. What you thinking, Dan?
He has to be fast, right? So I think we should test his 40-meter dash.
Okay, he has to beat me in a race.
Yeah.
Because I'm fast.
Exactly.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Damn! Of course he's fast. He was sniffing coke, my nigga.
He's getting some too?
Are you going to the car? Okay, what argument are you saying because I have maybe a little bit more money than you, I don't deserve to get Pokemon cards?
More money, pay scalper price.
What? Oh my god, bro. Niggas is brain dead.
I can't pay it. I'm poor.
That makes no sense, bro. Did you graduate from retarded university or something?
You make
Bro, do you hear this?
I think it's dumb as shit, bro.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter. We just said.
What is your money status got to do with anything? What does that got to do with anything? Your broke ass is going to buy a box of Pokemon cards to scalp your. First off, I stereotype. You look like a scalper. Scalpers typically look like you. Your broke ass is gonna go into the store, buy the shit, and then flip it for a quick flip on fucking eBay, tripling the price. And what people need to understand is that when it comes to scalping, right? You'll probably have some people that say, "Oh, I'm part of the market," blah blah blah. Nigga, check this out. It doesn't matter. Everybody that scalps and puts something online, you are the market, my guy. Everybody is the market. The market doesn't just fly out of the sky and you flip a fucking coin and bam, that's just how it is. And you act like you just don't exist in the algorithm. My nigga, you are the market. It's a domino effect. When you have one person, it always, matter of fact, it always starts with one person, my guy. It always starts with one person. When you have one person scalping, then you're gonna have the next guy do it, then the next guy, then the next guy, then this person's gonna do it, then that person's gonna do it, then the next guy, then the next guy. It's a domino effect. And once that happened, we're fucked. And that's why the market looks like it does now. And this was before Trump even got in office. Like scalping has been a thing for hundreds of years. Do your homework. But it's gotten worse. This century of time, scalping, this is like the worst time for it, bro. Worst time. And I could tell he a scalper, bro. I stereotype. They literally come in all shapes and sizes, bro. Straight up. I wouldn't be surprised if this bum is going around stealing out of car shows. Like,
Why does it matter?
Literally.
We're all on the same level.
Why does it matter then?
Because you brought it up.
We're on the same
brought it up.
level.
So now he's moving the goalposts. Look, I really want to understand. I really want to understand y'all. So because I may have more money than you, I don't deserve to have fun and get Pokemon cards. Is what you're saying?
When you're ruining it for everyone else, no, you should get the out of here. I'm for real.
Yeah, they're fucking haters. This world is full of haters. And why is it always the pretty girls? Why? Why is it always them? They be the biggest haters of them all, bro. Like, straight up.
You can enjoy the hobby. I'm not saying that. Like, we're all here to enjoy the hobby, play Pokemon cards, right? What I'm saying is, first of all, you have a camera, and that kind of intimidates people.
So is that a rule? No, that's not what you said before. Don't try to add stuff.
That's not.
That's not what you said. Let's be honest. You did not.
Nigga, he's a fucking content creator. What the fuck does the camera gotta do anything? I get tired of these broke buster ass niggas thinking that they could just tell somebody what to do. How the fuck you gonna sit here and tell somebody how to live their lives just because, okay, yeah, sure, he got more money than you, whatever. What does that gotta do with anything? Why you pocket watching? Why you worrying about another nigga? Worry about yourself. Makes no sense.
Not say that before.
I didn't say that before. But
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, that's intimidating. I'm scared right now.
You're scared shitless. Oh, you can't make this up. Oh, yeah, dude. This guy's a jackass, bro.
Yeah, because
You're scared with a camera. Oh, yeah, let me educate you on something. This is public. If you don't want to be,
this is literally public property. On Tuca, go to Walmart. Cameras everywhere, bro. Then you're gonna come on here talking about, oh, I don't want to be recorded. Get that camera in my face. Or even if the camera's nowhere near you. Oh, yeah, sir, he's filming. And yeah, blah, blah, blah. We're in public property. This is a public space. You can film it. You can film that. As long as you're in public property, you can film whatever. You can film whatever you want, bro. Like, you got no say-so in this. You just sound retarded. Dumb as hell.
You record it in public, just leave. I'm gonna be honest.
No, you think you're better than me.
I am better than you. I am better.
Bro,
I am better than you. I am better than you.
Can you please? Can you please get on your knees
Because
and do
you're
it?
crying over Pokemon cards and I'm laughing at it. That's how I'm better than you.
I'm not.
Yeah, that nigga's a fucking crybaby. These bitch ass niggas. Look at this buster ass nigga just square. You can tell he got bullied in high school. That's stereotype. But how do you know him? How do you know Ultron? That's stereotype.
We beg that I'm wealthy or rich. Told him where I'm from.
Idiotic question I've ever
I'm gonna be honest. You know that phone is very expensive.
That is still a valuable item to
Okay.
own.
How much do you think this was?
You are not poor.
I am
It could have
poor.
been $100. I don't
Do you
give
live in a
damn.
house?
Yes.
I live in an apartment with my family with 5 people in one room,
And
bro.
it's
Just
my
so you know.
grandma's house. It's
Okay,
not
so
my
you're blessed. So you definitely.
So you have a better
have more-
situation
bro,
than
You
him.
have more for
What does
free,
your
just so you
situation
know,
have to do
bro.
with anything,
Just
though?
because
Y'all
I didn't
brought it
like
up.
I didn't like the fact that she came over here saying that I'm
And I hate that people are doing this. Like, people are literally being like, and how can I say this? Like, these people right here, not Joseph and his people, but these random idiots in the line, like, they're literally being prejudiced towards somebody else. And just, I don't know, man. It's just discriminating, prejudice, whatever you want to call it. That's literally what they're doing right now. Like, how can you can't sit here and tell somebody what to do with their life. Oh yeah, because you got more money than me, you don't deserve to have Pokemon cards. Says who? Who is telling you that in the first place? That don't make no sense, bro. And stop that bullshit. You guys are fucking scalpers too, bro. Like, these guys here are not. These guys right here and Joseph, they're not scalpers. They literally buy a lot of Pokemon product for content. They literally open up all of the packs. They're not even resellers at all. All these clowns online, a lot of y'all are resellers. I promise you, the minute you rip out a rare card that's worth a lot of money or whatever, you're gonna quick flip that shit on eBay. Like, stop that bullshit.
No, hold on. I'm not gonna lie. I've never heard somebody have a broke off. I'm gonna give it a My mom's dead.
Fucking brokies. That's all there are, bro. They're just a bunch of brokies talking. Get your money up, nigga.
My mom's dead. But like, look.
Brought out like fucking barbecue grills. I know, but all this shit. But let them be. You're just giving them content right now.
Facts. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly. So shut up. Like, they're literally losing the battle right now. Like, you're literally giving them. You're literally giving Joseph content right now. So you guys want to keep talking that noise and sound more dumber than you already look, because you look like idiots anyway. Like, might as well just keep talking. Give them more content.
No idea what you're talking about.
Maybe.
I just asked her to take like half a step because when I lean back, her elbows in my.
Oh, she thinks she's
You
first
should
in
probably
line?
get out of line then, huh?
Who the f was talking?
Let's just end it. I already calmed
Did you
down.
just end it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay. Appreciate it.
I literally hate those type of people where it's like, somebody could be talking to somebody and then you got another person that just jump in and got some slick shit to say. Like, who is you? Wait, where did you even come from? Go back to your hole.
Like, I guarantee you, nobody in the line wants you guys here. I'm not.
We don't care though.
It doesn't matter though. I
Nigga, go suck a fucking dick, bitch.
actually want you here. I with you. I actually do with you. Whether like you hate me,
I just didn't like the crash out, like saying f you and grabbing our chair and throwing it. Was mad disrespectful. I seen y'all grab him and throw it. Yeah, that shit was mad disrespectful.
Nigga think he's above everybody. Like, oh, nobody wants you. Stop speaking for everybody. And the reason why I'm getting a little tight about it is because I've literally seen these type of people in real life, bro. All day, every day.
Respectful.
Well, not every day, but like, I've literally seen these people firsthand in real life, bro. Like, I hate these type of people.
That's fine. You go get a
Title broke ass niggas.
It don't matter.
wait. I do got one question though. Do you know her?
Yeah, she's my girlfriend.
Yeah. We're 2 people. You're like 17.
I do kind of understand why you got.
Wait, what?
do with you, whether like you hate me.
I just didn't like the crash out, like saying "F you" and grabbing our chairs and throwing it. Was mad disrespectful. I seen y'all grab him and throw it. Yeah, that shit was mad disrespectful.
That's great. That's fine. That's exactly what I wanted to come across. It don't matter.
Wait, I do got one question though. Do you know her?
Yeah, she's my girlfriend.
Yeah. We're 2 people. You're like 17.
W couple. We're being positive. Why are you still being negative?
How these negative brokey fucks even get together? Like, pathetic.
I kind of understand why he got a little bit aggressive.
I see why you got aggressive. It's your girl. You know, we feel like you're attacking her. I would be showing out too, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You did your. He's a keeper. He's a keeper.
Bro, look, you have a good cameraman. He's like,
thank you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. W. Connor, bro. Almost 24 hours today. This makes it even worse because I was planning on just going in the tent, but now that I know like they're master prestige, like at this, bro, I gotta level up a little bit.
These niggas might as well leave the line. Y'all not all those guys in the back are not gonna get no cars, bro.
But you camp sometimes, right? Second, third time. So how was your first time? Not this.
Way back, bro, in like 2020, 2021, so that was super chill.
Damn.
That's how it was. Earlier.
Oh yeah.
Like 10 years ago?
No, like 3 hours ago.
Yeah, we were just dead ass chilling. Yeah. Where Terry? Yeah, I don't know where Terry went, man. Oh, Terry!
Oh, you been here?
Yo, W Terry, bro. Yo, that's.
I thought I was a homeless person. What is he doing in the line?
I'm saying everybody will get a boxer.
You mean everybody in the line or your group?
No, everybody in the line. Everybody in the line.
No?
Yeah, they will. Trust me.
Only have 15
If you don't ruin it, everybody will get in the box.
Literally.
Oh, okay, and never mind. Take it back.
They like bounce off each other.
They bounce, bro. Y'all are really
don't stop,
good,
bro.
Y'all like peanut butter and jelly.
They don't stop.
You're taking it away from good people that are actually here.
We are good people.
He is a good person. He seems like a good person. This whole time since I met him, he seemed like he really wanted it.
What I was really gonna do?
Because you guys brought a bunch of people.
Hold on. What I was about to do was I was dead ass gonna get one box.
Trying to take it away from all these good people that actually
Okay, never mind.
You're camping in the middle of the night. Who are you to say they want or don't want?
Yo, we should get everybody like food and to keep the energy up. Yeah, pizza a little party. Is pizza still open now?
Nah, bro,
there's nothing.
No, there is. There's 100%.
Can you check DoorDash? There is, bro.
Raising this bitch.
Oh, okay, get pizza, bro. Yo, do you guys want pizza?
Kumar tipped $2.50.
Here,
Looks like
get cheese and pepper.